Dan, loath to bring up, trade deadline controversies because last year it was right around this time when the Astros didn't make a move and Dallas Keuchel kind of was like, what gives? Does the front office even support us? And then Verlander came before the September 1 call-up by mere seconds anyway, and we all know what a difference maker that was. And Verlander's now a leader in that locker room, in that clubhouse, where he's basically put in a position, having put on full blast anybody that's been involved in domestic violence. And now here comes Osuna under suspension still. Is this going to be a problem in that clubhouse, you think?
It very well could be. Dan? You know what this screams to me, Rich? It is what it still is, and it always probably will be when it comes deep down to it. It's about winning baseball games, right? Now, Osuna has a hearing. He has one more game, I believe, August 1st tomorrow. The suspension is lifted, but he also has some legalities that he has to get through. He served a 75-game suspension. And I know Justin Verlander, and after the game yesterday, he had to address this. He made some very strong statements against Roberto Osuna and against the best of violence. And I get that. I understand it. It's going to be an interesting situation when Osuna, if this goes through and the legal process plays itself out, this is what I guess what is so crazy about the game and the world we live in right now, right? Now, he served a 75-game suspension. I wonder if the Astros make this deal if he wasn't allowed to participate in the postseason.
There's no chance to make that deal.
Right. Robinson Cano now has got popped for 80 games, right? When he comes back, he's not going to be able to play in the postseason, but Roberto Osuna will. And I can't say this for the Astros, but I find it hard to believe, Rich, that they would pull the trigger on this deal if they knew he wasn't able to pitch in the postseason.
Because they don't need the help to get to the postseason. They need the help in the back end of their that was their Achilles heel pretty much last year, and the thought maybe McCullers does the same thing this time around that he did last year to help him out with that. There's no question, Dan, if he was unavailable in October, they don't need Osuna to get to October. They're getting to October. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah, it's an interesting dilemma, and from an organization, the Astros, Jeff Luhnow came on record yesterday saying that they have a zero tolerance policy, but yet they're willing to give a guy a second chance. And I get that, and I totally understand that, but I just find it hard to believe that they would have been really anxious to make this move if at the end of September, he wasn't going to be able to play in the postseason. So that's what this is about. Any way you look at it, slice it and dice it.
And if there's anybody, I guess, that can handle anything in the clubhouse, it should be A.J. Hinch anyway, and then just put that on his plate.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.